Good morning. Hi, guys. I want to talk about actually growing your audience because I think that that's something that's really important. Let's talk about growing your audience because this is kind of the foundation of everything. If we don't have an audience who we can put through our funnel, having a funnel isn't going to help. I'm a rant on Facebook for a second. Y'all did this. I'm kidding. Let me get my ranty pants on for just a second. About Facebook. Now, you guys know I have no love for Facebook at this point in time. There's nothing that Facebook can do. I'm not even running Facebook ads because of the way that the iOS update was and how it messed up ads and tracking information for everybody. So there's that. However, one of my big things with Facebook was I did not appreciate the way that they shafted everybody who had worked really, really hard to grow their pages back in like the early 2000s. I did not like the way that they treated those people who had grown their pages, the pages, not the groups, pages to be over 1 million, over 500,000 people liked a page, and then they throttled their reach. They said, nope, just kidding. We're going to show your post that you just made to your group or your page of 500,000 people. We're going to show this to like 3 people. Hope you don't mind. Hope you didn't like that whole, like every time that you posted something, it was easy to get people to see it. So that's one of my big things when it comes to Facebook pages. I have not heard anybody who has had overwhelming success after 2015 in growing a page. Does that mean that it hasn't happened? Absolutely not. I'm sure that there's somebody out there who has had success that way. However, most people find success in groups. I know that there's pages, like I know that they exist. I know that they do. However, groups seem to be what Facebook wants. Facebook would want you to kind of post to, I guess. However, the problem also with Facebook is we have to remember that trying to say this. Content throttling does exist. And what I mean by that is I've seen this on Instagram. I've seen this on TikTok. I've seen this on Pinterest. I've seen it have I seen it on YouTube? I don't think I've seen it on YouTube. That doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. I just don't think I've seen it. However, on Facebook, it's very evident as well. So what I mean by content throttling is if I have, let's just say, Miranda, I have your freezer beef Facebook group. Okay. And I go in there and I post a link. Now this might not be the case for your people. They are obviously engaged. They're obviously like ready there for like hands hovering over the buy button, ready to buy, which is super awesome. For most groups and pages though, if you were to make a post inside of that group, even if you have 500,000 people, if you were to make a post inside of that group with a link, the chances of that post getting seen by the same amount of people, if that post did not have a link, you could post identical posts, like same time of day, different week maybe, because nothing happens in a vacuum. The post that has a link on it will not get seen by as many people as the post that does. The post that does, let me try this again. The post that does have a link on it will not be seen by as many people as the post that does not have a link on it. And that's where the problem comes in when it comes to Facebook is, and it's like this again. You can't talk about TikTok on Instagram. You can't talk about Instagram on TikTok. You can't talk about Twitter on TikTok. You can't do other like cross promotion to different platforms. Even if you say things like link in bio on an Instagram post, that will throttle your reach. If you say things like go over to my Instagram inside of a TikTok video, that will throttle your reach. Even if you say things like go to the link in my bio and you type it out, that will throttle your reach. So this is something that we have to be aware of for all of these different platforms. Facebook's not the only one that throttles people's reach. But the problem with Facebook is that they keep trying to pretend like it's not happening. They're like, it's just not happening. So that's my big problem when it comes to Facebook is like they say that you can add links. They say that you can promote your content when in reality, like you can, but they're only going to show it to 2 people. That's my big thing is like, don't tell me that I have the freedom, Caroline. It's freedom. That was the word you were looking for. Freeness. I'm sorry about that. But you do have the freedom. Facebook says you have the freedom to post whatever you want. But they'll never tell you that you can't post a link. Unless it's like something bad. But like, they won't say like, you can't post a link into your group because we're not going to show it to as many people. That's why when you have those posts, even inside of a group, you will get a notification to your inbox or to your Facebook inbox. You will get a notification that says, boost this post for $5 and 5,000 more people can see it. Because they know that if you've posted a link, you want people to take an action, especially if that's leaving Facebook. If you're leaving Facebook, Facebook doesn't like that. Facebook wants to keep people on their platform. So even think about it this way. I was for a while, I can't remember, maybe it was like right after I moved or something. Yeah, freeness, word of Monday. Right after I moved, for whatever reason, I wasn't getting Facebook Live to work from my new computer or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, so I streamed on YouTube Live, but I posted the link to Facebook, thinking like, okay, it's still a live video. Facebook can see this and like it'll work. Zilcho people saw it. Nobody. Even people who were in that Facebook group. And at that time, it was an active group. Even the people who were active did not get any kind of like a notification. Even people who had notifications turned on didn't get that notification. So I have like, it's not that I have like a beef with Facebook. I'm just not going to continue to spend my time there where it feels like I had those groups for a long time and it just wasn't growing. It just wasn't picking up the steam that it should have. And that was when we decided that as a business decision, it's just not worth it to continue to try to make that happen. I felt like Regina George, like, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not happening. Like, stop trying to make Facebook happen. It's not happening. But I mean, here's my thing. Here's my whole thing, guys. And take this with a grain of salt or whatever. Or take it with a whole container of salt. Heck, just go for it. Do what you want. Do what's working. If you're listening to this going, I don't know what you're talking about because my Facebook group grows by 800 people a day and I love it and everybody clicks on the links and everything's so engaging and blah, 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 blah. If that's working for you, then keep it up. But if you're looking to have, and I have a friend who has like a 60,000 person Facebook group that she started growing like I think 2014 or 15. So it's got a lot of people in it, but most of it was from those earlier days, and it's not been growing very much since. However, it's still a 60,000 person group. So she's able to say when she wants to do like a sponsored content, she's able to say, I have 60,000 people in this group. So when I share this blog post to this group, 60,000 people in it, like you want to pay me more money, big company, you want to pay me more money. Because I have this big group that I can promote your stuff to. It's not just the email list. It's also this giant group. Now, I've seen her post in that group and I'm like, yay, good for you. Maybe one like. And that's no knock on her. It's just a statement of what is Facebook doing? What is Facebook wanting? Facebook wants you in there devoted to giving them content all the time. They don't want you to take people off of their platform. They don't want you to post your links because, again, that takes people off of their platform. They want people to stay on Facebook. So, all that to say, again, if Facebook is working for you, then go for it. Stay there. Don't change anything. If it's working for you, just keep working at it. But if you're trying to gain traction on a social platform, would I recommend doing Facebook? Absolutely not. If you're asking me, no. That would not be my first place that I would recommend. And there's different niches for everything and blah, 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 blah. So if it's working, go for it. Would I recommend you start there? No. If you're starting from zero, would I recommend that you start there? No. Mm-mm. No, not even kind of. So that's kind of my beef with Facebook. But when it comes to any kind of like a social platform, do what works for you. Do what makes sense to you. Do what seems to be connecting and clicking for you. If your people seem to be on Facebook, then stay on Facebook. If your people are on LinkedIn, go to LinkedIn. If your people are on Instagram, go to Instagram. Wherever you are spending most of your time during the day, that's likely where your ideal customers are spending their time as well. So that would be where I would recommend that you start trying to figure out where you want to spend your time as far as social platforms go. And also, keep in mind, like, end goal. Is it easy to talk about your products there? Is it easy to talk about joining your email list? Is it easy to get people to sign up to your email list? All of those different things. So that's my spiel, guys. I hope that you guys didn't come away with like nothing after that, because that was a lot of talking. But I really do hope that you guys understand, like, social is important. And I hate it when it does this. It like makes my face all blurry. Social is important. This is one of those things where I'm like, I was taught archaic. I was taught archaic social media knowledge. And it was very, very much like, don't do social media. It's a waste of time and energy. Like, bah. And now that I'm looking at Pinterest going, yeah, the stuff that was working like a year ago isn't working now. So now what? It's not worth it. I have friends who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of dollars because of the fact that they have a large social media following. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. 100%. Awesome, guys. So have an amazing rest of your day, an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.